Hello. Hey, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Hotel Crafting. How's everybody today? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hi, Ava. How are you? And hi, Solange. Got some new people. Amanda. Hi, Angie. I had a decent evening. Yeah, I did have a decent evening. I got to go. Hi, Marisol. I got to go on the battleship. And I got to kind of walk through it, and I went downstairs and I saw I never been on a battleship before, so that was kind of cool. Hey, Adam. Hi, Angela. Hi, Esther. How you guys doing? It is a late night. Let's see, what time is it here? It's like 9 o'clock, right? Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's early for me because I'm in California right now. So it's like 9 o'clock at night, but I'm only going to be on for maybe an hour. And then I'm going to have to wrap up and pack up and get some sleep because I fly back home tomorrow morning. So the only thing I brought with me this time was I brought some coloring. So I'm just going to do a little bit of coloring today. Just a little relaxation. Yeah, make sure you like for them to push out the live, I guess. So I brought my illustration markers, and I think it's thin on one end, and I think it's just regular like a marker on the other end. So hopefully this will work out okay. We'll see. But it's just do a little bit of fun, talk to you guys for a little bit, kind of de-stress from the day. I had an entire day of conference sessions all day long. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm trying to learn where is the thin part and where's the, oh, there's a little picture. Okay, that helps. There's a little picture. That's the thin, and that would be the thicker part. Hi, Kayla. Thank you for the gifts already. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to go on Discord and just let everybody know that I am live, because I can't go to Discord now because I'm live on my phone, so I'm limited on what I could do. That would be great, because I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God, I didn't know you were live. Because I know it was like 2 hours ago that I said that I might go live. So here we are. I'm going to grab some glasses because it's late. It's a little dark in here. Not a lot of light in the room, you know. So I'm going to grab my glasses real quick. See if it helps a little bit. Because this is it's pretty detailed. So we'll see how that goes. We shall see. Thanks, Ava. I see your message. I appreciate it. Look, I'm going to be like a teacher because I guess I could look up. It's not too bad. I can't really see. Hey, Carol. Yeah, see, I have to look like this, like a teacher or a librarian to see your comments. Oh, really, Elaine? Do you have a steady hand, or is it because you don't have a steady hand? Like my husband, he has shakiness. So he definitely can't do something like this. Hi, Marianne. I'm still in Cali. It was a beautiful day. I got to say, the weather today was amazing. They did tell us that because we were going on the battleship for dinner, that the other night it was really cold on the battleship because, you know, you're higher up, and with the wind, they're like, oh, make sure you bring something warm. And they had heaters, But I did take a jacket, and I gotta tell you, I didn't need my jacket at all. There wasn't even a gust, a breeze going on. It was like the perfect weather. Like there was like nothing going on at all. It is nice to be in the same time zone, right? Time to move to Cali. Well, I don't know about that. I think it's beautiful. I loved walking back and forth from the hotels. The walk was amazing because, I walked alongside the water the whole time. So that was kind of nice. And the weather was great. But can I deal with this when it gets really hot, like 80, 90 degrees? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, Ava. I did not go to, no, I didn't get to go anywhere. I told you my time was so tight. Yesterday, we checked in the hotel. We literally just got in our rooms, had like an hour to just like do whatever. And then I met my boss downstairs and we had lunch. And then after lunch, we walked down to the other hotel where the conference was at. And we were there from 1 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Then there was a cocktail reception. And then he and I actually came back here. I didn't go to the cocktail reception. I came back here to my room. I sat down on the bed and I conked out. I woke up at 8 o'clock. I was a little hungry, so I went downstairs and there's like a little store or whatever. And I bought tomato soup and a grilled cheese. And I came back in my room and I ate half of the grilled cheese and I ate half of the soup. And then I laid down and went back to sleep. I was my timing is off. I definitely see the difference in the humidity because you see my hair. My hair's like a little bit frizzy. And that's from the humidity. And also my nose is a little bit runny. And so it's like my allergies are kicking in. So I definitely feel that. I know I'm so close, but yet so far. I know, babe. I know. But it wasn't so bad as far as the humidity. And then I did notice the difference, like walking in the sun versus in the shade. So the hotel, when we had our lunch, I'll show you, I posted some pictures. The pool was like in a lot of a shaded area. And in the shade, it was much cooler than it was in the sun. My flight's at 9 tomorrow morning. So we're actually leaving the hotel at 7:15 in the morning. To be there by 7:30 or so. We want to be there about an hour before we board. I think we're boarding at 8:30. We're flying Alaska, which I've never flown before, so I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. I did notice, you guys, the hotels here don't provide water in the rooms. All the other hotels I've ever been to, there's always bottles of water in the room for you to help yourself. Not here. I paid $4.50 for one bottle of water just now. I was like, what? Okay. All right. That's how we roll. And I had quinoa for lunch. I did the California thing. I had quinoa with chicken yesterday, and today I had quinoa with shrimp. I did. It was good though. I like the quinoa. It had a little bit of like a balsamic reduction on around the outside of the plate. And I'll post. Oh, thank you, Ava. I'll post pictures. So this looks like it's beige, but then over here it looks like orangey. I'm like, what the hell is that all about? I need like a scrap. I don't like that color. Hey Tosh, how are you? It's late for you, Tosh. What you doing? Okay, I've had these for a while, and hopefully these are going to work. I'm actually in California. I'm on a business trip. And today's my last day. And so I told everybody that if I got back to my room early enough, I would go live. And I'm just going to do a little bit of coloring. I'll be able to color, well, I don't know if I'll color on the plane because, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Grown-ass woman coloring on a plane. Oh, have you? Yeah, it's beautiful. I must admit, it's a beautiful city. Had wonderful weather. You know, I wish I had an opportunity to explore it more, but at least I got to come here, you know. Do you guys hear this? Is this like ASMR? So I'm doing the gazebo. I figured I'll start with that for now. But I would think that I had more than like one shade of brown, but I really don't. It's actually called burnt sienna. And there's a couple of grays. I'm just surprised that there's not more browns in here. I guess I'll just have to do like double to get the effect. Some shading. I can't tell you the last time I colored. I don't even remember when the last time I colored was. So I'm happy to hear that a lot of you have been receiving your packages, which you should get by tomorrow, a lot of you, because they went out early in the week. They went out on Monday. And most of them were 3 days. So hopefully you're all getting it. Thank you for the gifts. Uh-oh, some comments were filtered. Who's being naughty? I wonder whose comments are being filtered. You got to watch your choice of words. I wanted to bring my other markers, but it was just too many of them. This one was just like a set that I was able to fit in this little container, and that's why I brought this set. It'll do the job. Anybody do anything this week? Not you for a change? Are you sure it wasn't you? I don't know, Tosh. Hi, EO. How are you? Good, I'm glad. Yes, coloring, it is a little bit soothing. I guess if you don't really have to think too much about the colors. I think sometimes that could stress you out. Maybe. Or is that just me? I don't know if they're blendable because I don't remember what kind. I don't think they are. I think I'm just going to have to use like a darker shade and see, not necessarily blend. Well, first of all, let me try going over and see if it darkens. It kind of darkens it a little bit, I think. I'll show it to you in a sec. So I think it's buildable. So you see on the top, the little skinny line, I'm kind of going over that little skinny line. I'm going over it twice. And it seems to be working to making it like a different shade, a darker shade. So it looks like it's going to be like a buildable. Does that sound annoying? Because I kind of like that sound. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe it's in my maybe I think it's buildable, but it's not. I don't have the best lighting. I don't think it's really buildable. At first I thought it did. It kind of looks like it, right? Kind of looks like it a little bit. I could hit it with a little bit of gray maybe. Ah, you and I think alike. I like that. Let's see. I'm hitting it with a little bit of gray. It's doing like a little... I don't know. Do you see any difference? I see it's a little darker for sure. It's definitely a little darker. Just slightly. Huh. You ever see that TikToker that does the dresses? She's amazing with her coloring skills. And she builds it up, you know, like she puts like layers. And do you know what I'm talking about? She does dresses. Usually she does dresses. Beautiful stuff. Like, and she has that big thing that has all the markers, has like 150 markers or something. She's very talented. Some people have that eye, you know, where they could just, I don't know. They pick the right color, they do the right shading. They're just very good at it. I think I'm going to try and do gray to make it look like it's a little bit of like a metallic accent on these little triangle pieces. I always feel like the gazebos have like these little metallic parts to it. Oh, sorry, Saul. This isn't my normal live. I'm traveling and I'm on a business trip and I'm just live because my friends wanted to see me. Normally, I do a lot more crafting and creating if you look at my content. And no disrespect, it is boring. I'm just coloring and just relaxing before I go to bed because I have a flight in the morning. So if anybody is watching me for the first time, this is not my normal content. I normally make books and do very, fun, creative things. It's just that with traveling, I can't bring all my supplies with me. So I only brought a coloring and we're just coloring and just chit-chatting and catching up. So I understand if you want to keep scrolling, I completely understand. Otherwise, you could join us and just chit-chat and listen to the sounds and make some suggestions on colors. It's okay. I don't take offense to it. And I appreciate you being very honest and respectful about that. Because some people are really rude when they pop on a live and they don't know what's going on, like stuff like that, without knowing the full story, Thank you, EO. You sleep on the bed. Raw? No. Don't be rude. I wear pajama. I'm an old married lady. So you're welcome to hang out with us. I always welcome new people. And I do have some men that do watch. Thank you so much, user. But I've become friends with a lot of my followers, and this is the opportunity that we have to see each other. I'm all the way on the West Coast. I'm in California today. So it's kind of nice to be able to go live at a different time where my followers on this side of the world aren't watching me at 2:00 in the morning, Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. I'm in a very nice hotel. It's a Marriott. You can see the bed behind me. But no, I slept under the blanket this time. If the hotel was sleazy, yeah, I bring my own blankets or something with me. But it's a really nice hotel, so I don't worry about stuff like that. The weather out here is kicking my butt. Let me get a tissue. It's making my allergies kick in a lot sooner. Yes, I travel, well, for business. This is my art. This is not my business. This is just my hobby and some fun things that I've been learning. I've been creating books for the past 2 years, and I just show people what I do and teach them if they want to learn or just hang out. Hi, Marie. How are you? Yes, Jesse, I'm on tonight. But for work, I do travel a couple times a year. It's 3 hours between here and New Jersey, where I'm from. But from here to from here to the UK, it's probably 8 hours because you're 5 hours ahead of me, Tosh. So right now, you're probably 8 hours. Yeah. You don't go to the bars. Yeah, no. So funny you say that. It's not that it got old for me. I just, I don't know. I'd rather be here with you guys doing some art. This is my de-stressor. I was in classes all day long. I was around hundreds of people all day long. Conferences, long drawn out conferences about OSHA, about safety, so it's like for me to go to a bar, and now I also have tonight Meniere's disease, which means my ear rings a lot. So for me to go to a bar, it's not my jam anymore. It's not what I do. No. I do my dinners that I have to, with the conference, with clients or other, members of the organization that I belong to. And then I come back into my room. And then usually I do watercolors. Usually watercoloring is a little bit more fun than this. Last time I did what we call spreads with, paper and stickers and stuff like that. I want to wind down and chill, yeah. I'm not a part of OSHA. OSHA is countrywide, right? It's across the United States. And I'm in warehousing and logistics is what I'm in. So OSHA has a direct impact on my business, the company that I work for. So we had today we had a conference about OSHA, about the changes. Every time the administration changes, things change. So we always have to stay on top of what the changes are. What is OSHA focusing on so that I am prepared? I have audits coming up these next couple of weeks, and then I'll be prepared for the audits because I know what they're going to be looking for. You too, Gloria? Do I like that OSHA stuff? Nope. Not really. I got to be honest. But my company deals with chemicals. So OSHA, regulatory compliance, that's what I do. I do risk assessments, and, I make sure that we handle products that are safe for our people so that our employees don't get hurt. So it's important. It's not that I like it. It's just a part of the job. Yes, I'm going home tomorrow, Jesse. So tomorrow night, my live will be normal. And I think tomorrow night I'm going to start the new journal, the other Irish journal. I think we're going to start that tomorrow night. Somebody was just asking me a question. Oh, your tinnitus, Gloria. You have tinnitus. Yeah, I have Meniere's, so I have the constant ringing and the whooshing kind of sound. And going to a bar, by the way, with all the noise, it's very uncomfortable. Because today we had dinner on the battleship, the SS. I forget what it was. I told you guys the name of it. No, this is a company. This is a company trip. It's through my company. No, I don't have veneers on my teeth. These are my real teeth. Hi, babe. Yes, Kim. I'm in California. No, it's horrible in crowded places. And what do I do for work? Oh, I am the director of warehouse solutions for my company. So I do regulatory compliance, and I do safety training, customer service, contract negotiations. I'm involved in a lot of the aspects of our company, We're a store, a warehouse that we store products and distribute products for a lot of major companies. Like some of the companies you would recognize. ExxonMobil is my customer. Dow is one of my customers. So we have a lot of big Fortune 500 companies, that we store their products and ship their products. What part of Cali? I'm in San Diego. I bought a cookie last night. I'm eating the rest of it. Yes, I always have something in the background. I actually don't have the TV in the background right now, in case when my daughter downloads this, I can't have anything in the background, because that does help drown out the noise. Absolutely. Yeah, the weather's been great here. Oh, I would love to go to Napa. Oh, hey, Stu, how are you? The weather's beautiful right now, but in May it's probably going to be hotter. Never been to work meetings before. How are they? Is it kind of confusing? Good. I'm glad to hear that. No. So the conference that I go to, there's like an app that you download, and then in the app, it gives you all the different sessions, and you get to kind of create your schedule. So like today, my boss came with me to this conference. So he attended one session this morning. I attended a different one, so that we get the benefit of getting the information from both classes. So we kind of make our schedule that way. And you just follow, you have a session for an hour and a half. Usually it's like a 10-minute, 15-minute break. Then you have another session for an hour and a half. It's usually 2 sessions in the morning with a break in between. Then you have lunch. And then you have 2 or 3 sessions in the afternoon, depending on how long the sessions are and what they're talking about, of course. So it's probably going to be warm by the time you come. I brought a jacket, like a windbreaker, and I really didn't have to use it. Today I took it with me because we had dinner on the battleship, one of the battleships that's moored here, and I didn't need it at all. It was like 55. It was perfect weather. No breeze, no nothing. Aw, thanks, Jesse. Yes, Saul. It is a lot of information. And sometimes you forget. And that's why you take notes. I'll show you. Just to give you an idea. I take notes. I do take notes. But the cool thing is, the organization, they will email us all of the presentations. So we'll get the benefit of having all of the slides. So if I ever need to refer back to something, I could always go back and look at it. But I do like make notes of things that I think are important or that I want to take back. Are you going to be in the... Wait, what's the Nimitz? Gloria, what's the Nimitz? I don't know what that is. Oh, no, that's not the ship. Ours, it was the SS. Somebody look on Discord. Hold on a second. Oh, I can't look. I'm on the phone. I was going to look on the phone, but I can't because I'm live. I can't look on the phone. It begins with an M. The SS. It's the SS. It begins with an M. I posted on Discord the name of the ship. I think I posted on Discord, didn't I? No. SS is service ship, I believe. Something like that. And it's one that they have some beautiful planes. Oh my God, gorgeous. The Midway. Thank you, Adam. Yes, the SS Midway. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you guys for looking. Yeah, it's called the SS Midway. I'll post some more pictures. I did a little video tonight as I walked on the ship. And saw like the landscape was like really beautiful. So I did like a little video, which I'll post later on. It's a museum on the ship. Yeah, it is. But it was really cool because they gave us tours. They had some veterans there and they gave us a tour. And I went downstairs, like down in the ship. And I saw a bomb, not a live bomb, of course, but I did see one. I saw the mess hall, their kitchen. I saw their infirmary area. What else did we see? Like just a standard room where they do surgeries. Because they had different tours. I took that one, and then they had simulators for you to go in, and it kind of like it was two people. One would fly, and one would be the shooter. But I couldn't do that. My vertigo would kick in if I did that. Sleeping quarter. I didn't see the sleeping quarters. I think that was a different area. Yeah, it was really cool. It's a very cool. And you know what's really cool about that ship? First of all, they didn't have any females on the ship because it was in service at a period where women weren't allowed to be on battleships. However, women built the ship. Remember Rosie, Rivet Rosie? Women built this ship. Look, I got the chills. And men sailed on it, but the women built it, and I thought that was kind of cool. We can do it. Yeah. Look, I learned a lot today, about the ship. The planes were amazing. I got to be honest. There's some beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous planes. And we love vintage stuff, so God. It was awesome. And it was nice to see the veterans there and talk to them and thank them for their service, As a matter of fact, when I was heading over to the ship, I swear a busload of army people, just army personnel just flipped over in front of the building because there was about 30 army people at the front door checking in as I was leaving. Like all these army people. I don't know what's going on, but there was a lot of army people checking into this hotel. Am I getting withdrawals from crafting? A little bit. Yeah, I miss it. I haven't crafted all week, so yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. We're definitely going to do a book tomorrow. But I'm coloring to make up for it. So we're going to just color. You work tomorrow night? Well, join us during your break. You've done that before. It's important for you to establish that good relationship so you get a good reputation. With your bosses, you know? You said that they asked for you specifically this time, so that's pretty cool. That B-toad's coming out amazing, by the way. Oh, I didn't think of that, Gloria. No, definitely not. By the way, I did make my March calendar. I just didn't print it in color, so on Mondays when I'll post it. It is done though. So there's an extra Sunday, and the last Sunday in March will be my next D-stash. Oh, that's good, Gloria. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy coloring. What I'm thinking is after I finish coloring this page, whenever I finish coloring this page, I could probably go back and hit it with a little bit of my metallic markers that I have at home, because I wanted to bring them, but it was just too much to try and stick in the bag. Oh, you're probably going to get a lot of that. Did you mingle? I didn't get to mingle around too much. No, it was just the hotels back and forth, conference stuff. That was pretty much it. Unfortunately, I did not get to do much mingling. I'm going to do a little bit of the leaves. So I have this light green. It's called yellow. Well, you can't see. It's called yellow green. So I'm going to do all the leaves in this color. And then there's another green here, a darker one, which I'll go back and do a little bit of accent. This will be just the start of it. So this way I could see where the flowers are and where the gazebo is. Have a little bit more color. Can you see it up close? Just getting started. I'm just getting started on this. Funny sound. I think when we're done, it'll be pretty. I mean, ooh, you started to embroider the dragon. I love the dragons. I have to go hit Joanne's. You said dragon, and now you just reminded me of, and I read something that basically they're just doing what they're doing. They don't care as far as, say, like they're not being really cool about the whole closing down thing from what I'm seeing. But I'm definitely going to go pick up. Oh, good for you, Secret Worlds. Good night, Jessie. Thanks for stopping by. Coloring is a great way for anybody who doesn't feel comfortable doing art yet, but it's great like a stepping stone, 20% to 40%. Yeah. For store, but the problem is if you don't go get it now, if we wait until it's like 60 or 80, they ain't gonna have nothing. Because everyone's panicking and they're going and buying everything, you know? So I'm gonna go and get some of the white and the black skull lace because I use a lot of that. You bought the skull fabric? Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get some. Well, I use so much of it, you know? Okay. Now, let's go with the pale green, it's called. They had a no polyfill when you went. Oh, they had no polyfill when you went. Okay, got you. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I'm definitely going to have to go like on my lunch on Monday. Or after work. Probably after work so I could walk through the store and just grab what I can. Thank you, Gloria. Well, tomorrow night I'm live again, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm on West Coast right now, but tomorrow night is 7:30, and tomorrow night I'm going to be working on a new book. We're going to be starting a new book if you're interested in just watching and joining us. This group has a lot of fun together. So you might enjoy just seeing what we do. It was nice meeting you. Yes, a long flight home tomorrow. Well, you have a great night. I think I'm gonna start the other Irish Blessings book. Oh, thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. Yes, there's been a lot of crap going on with the planes lately, so let's hope. But here's with the green. It's looking a little bit better. Starting to take shape. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the flowers in, I think I'll do the flowers in those. I'm going to do pink because there's roses down here. The actual, like you talk about the custom journals. When am I going to start the custom journals? Probably next month. We got to start with April's book. Finish that travel. And then we start hitting the new list, the new wait list. You missed those? Well, that's funny. Is it because it takes longer to get through them? Like the consistency of working on one book, you know, for like a week or two? Is that why? You do too, Erin? Oh, to see a big project. Okay, well, we're getting there. We're definitely gonna be working on those again. It's like that song, It's About That Time. It is. It's exactly a story, and it is customized, you know, for one person. So it's kind of cool, right? I'm trying to think of the background. Am I gonna do it blue? But I feel like this blue might be too. Oh, maybe not. Should I do the background blue? Kind of limited. This is the shade. Wow, look at that. Went right through the back. Huh. That's interesting. Thank you, Dorlinda. All right, I'm gonna do it in blue. Let's see. There's a little spot here that we could do and see how, well, we could just do it. So these markers went right through. Interesting, right? See the back? It's like side A, side B, like a record. I had a feeling it was going to do that. Again, I was limited on the colors. There's only 2 blues in this particular set. But I think it's pretty. It's a little darker than maybe what I would have liked. But I don't hate it. Hello. think I'm gonna do the roses first before I do any more of the blue on that part, because I don't want to accidentally make one of the roses blue. I'm going to do the 2 panels on either side. Okay. So I'm going to do the center. See the roses? I'm going to do the roses first so that I don't screw it up. I'm trying to find all of the leaves. Get those done first too. I think the rest of these are roses. I'm gonna do a little green right here. Okay, now we want old red. This is a pretty red. It's very deep, rich. Okay. It's a pretty red. Now we could finish. I'm gonna do this in a yellow. Making this little daisy like a black-eyed Susan with a little bit of brown. Okay. Now, I wonder what color this is. It says olive green. Okay. Maybe I'll go with the cool gray for the inside. Before I do that, I don't have like a gold. Oh, somebody's making a lot of noise. I feel like the table should be like metallic. So I'm going to go with the gray, and then I'm going to do glitter when we get home. The vase. What color should we do the vase? It's not the color that I'm looking for. I feel like I wanted a light brown, but I don't really have a light brown. I'm going to try the pastel peach. I don't think I'm going to like it. Well, it's a good start. All right, what do you guys think for the vases? For the vase with the rose. Any suggestions? I made it a little bit darker. The back's looking kind of cool too. I think I'm going to do the vase in black. Red roses, black vase, and then I can make it. What do you guys think? I don't have any black in here yet. many options, really. I'm saying what is cracking you up? Cause? Cause? Vase? Why? What do you call it? A vase? I call it a vase. Do you guys call it a vase? Now you got me second guessing. No. Excuse me, sir. Is it aunt or aunt? Okay. Aunt. Okay. The back looks pretty cool. The back looks like it's a watercolor, don't it? I think that's funny. Oh, puzzle time. Sounds like a court case, Kim says. Funny. Honey. It's a quiet evening. They actually had a decent DJ on the ship. The page froze. I'm sorry. It could be my connection. Sunny. Are we good now? Is the page okay now? All right. Good. I'm looking for all of the similar flowers, but I think that's it for those. A bit of glitching. The glitching thing has been a problem for a while. I still haven't figured out why my recordings jump the way they do. I don't know why it's doing that. Did Larry join us? Babe, are you on here? Oh, it is. Hi, babe. Glitching? Oh, that sucks. So there's a watermelon. Watermelon. Crisscross, what are you talking about? Babe, what are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Oh my God, crisscross will make you jump. Here we go. Hi, Yvonne. How are you, my friend? I feel like I want to make that look like almost like a fire. I'm going to do red and yellow. Aw, good, Yvonne. You had a special surprise in there, huh? It was hard for me to keep my mouth shut. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't lying. Babe. There's like so many different types of flowers that I'm like, oh my gosh. I have to come up with like a different color plan for each of the flowers, you know? Hello, Miss Alma. How are you? I like purple and yellow. Those are pretty combos, purple and yellow. I'm good, thank you. I'm just doing some coloring, some hotel coloring. I'm good. How are you, BRB? BRB. Be right back. Is that Bob? Bob, I'm good. Oh, good for you. So things just seem to be going your way, huh, Alma? I am exhausted. Things are getting brighter. See? So that's purple and yellow. I know it doesn't look like it's purple because it's a dark purple. I did like a little fire. It's cute. Just some fun. Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep soon. I figure, let me get myself real good and tired because I kept waking up last night. And I think that's even worse when you're just constantly waking up. Look at you collecting all your stuff, Alma. See, slowly but surely. I know, don't call you Shirley. There's a little snail in here. That's going to be like a weird, I don't know what color to do that, but we'll figure it out. Why did the cowboy want a dachshund? I'm waiting for the punchline. Okay. I gotta do one more color scheme. I'm going to do marigold and cobalt blue for this next flower. So can I tell you about my speaker, our guest speaker this morning? Very interesting person. His name was Kevin Hines. You can Google him. And he is one of the very few survivors who jumped off of the Golden Gate Bridge. And so now he does motivational speaking. And I wasn't sure where he was going to go with his speech, you know, because I'm like, wow, that's a hell of a thing. And his story was very interesting. Kids today think they can do whatever they want to, and you can't do anything. Yeah, they do think they're a little bit untouchable. I agree with that. So his story was very interesting. He jumped off the bridge when he was 19. And the whole survival story was amazing. Because he realized that he survived the jump, and then there was apparently a shark in the water that helped save him. So it was a very interesting story. But the bottom line, the takeaway from the whole story was to talk to your friends, your family, talk about, I guess you can't say the word now, unaliving. Because if somebody had spoken to him, he would have said something. At least that's what he said. Do you think the kids today, old school? No. The kids today, it's a whole nother game with these kids today. Definitely. It is not like old school. And to be honest, I don't think it ever will be like old school. I think those days are gone. And I think that I think that there's a lot to be concerned about if they don't start changing the way they think. I think that right now, a lot of they're too self-absorbed. They're too concerned about themselves. And they're only worried about themselves. You know, it's like, what can you do for me? What is the world going to give me? Not what can I do for others? And I think that's a problem. Because to me, that's like a taker. And we can't have a world of takers. You know, it's how are we ever going to survive as a species if that's how the world is going? All you're worried about is yourself, and you want to take care of yourself because you're number one, and it's all about you and your happiness and your feelings and you have zero concern about everyone else. That's to me, that's a problem that at some point is going to have to get addressed. I just don't know how it's going to get addressed. It's scary. It's scary. The world is a scary place right now. And I'm not talking politics. I'm just saying it's a scary place with the mentality of everyone in the world. I think it's crazy. I think we could do better. And I'm hoping that we will do better in the coming years. Well, Alma, that's a mouthful. Unfortunately, a bit of ego sixers and developmentally atypical, but they need to be and better counseling. Well, I mean, they wouldn't need counseling if they just realize that, if we stop doing everyone's a winner, your best is okay. And you need to understand that you're not always the best. And there's going to be people that are better than you, and people that are smarter than you, people that are prettier than you, people that are thinner than you. That's just the reality of the world. No, I understand. I see what you're saying, Alma. What time is it? 10:24. All right. Oh, yeah. Because the reality of it is that not everyone is a winner. And that's okay. You need to know, I think everyone needs to know, their potential. As a parent, you want to encourage your children, of course, to do their best. But you don't want to give them the disillusion that your best is always going to be enough. Because sometimes your best is not enough. Sometimes my best is not enough. Yeah, I understand about the girls disrespecting the mothers. That's very true. And that's when a good slap comes into place. Yeah, my girls are adults, but they know if they disrespect me, I wouldn't think twice about doing one of those. I'm not talking about beating the crap out of them. I'm talking about, hey, you don't disrespect your mother. But on the other hand, I sometimes feel like you should have to like apply for a license to have a child, because not everyone should be able to have children, and not everyone should be parents. And it's just knowing, and that's hard. It comes down to being a little bit of selfishness, I guess. Exactly. Yes. Parents do need to step up. But now I think parents are afraid. And they need to stop being friends and be parents. It's like your kids have enough friends. They don't need you to be their friend. They need you to be their parent. You need to be a parent to your child. Yeah, that never works out well, being friends with your kids. You could be friendly. But I draw the line at being friends. Single moms, that's tough. That's very, very, very tough. Because especially when that child has outside influences. Yeah, exactly. When you're grown, you could be friends. I'm friends with my girls to a point. I'm like, I still, even though they're adults, I'm like, I don't want you cursing. If we're having a conversation, I want you to avoid using the F word or whatever with me. To me, it's a level of respect. When I talk to my mother, I don't use that language because I have respect for my mother. Sometimes my own girls, I feel that they're too comfortable in how they speak to me, but I let them know. I'm like, you know what? I don't like you talking to me like that. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. Her daughter's 14. Ooh, that's a tough age. Between 14 and 17, girls are tough. The hormones are kicking in like crazy. Boys or girls, but I'm going to go with the boys, start getting in the picture. They're very emotional, It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I'm aware. Very tough. I have 2 girls. So that is definitely a difficult age. Her name is Kimmy. Well, I wish your friend luck, because it's certainly not going to be, she's got a long road ahead of her, It's not going to be easy. Definitely not. But it does get better. It does get better. Yeah, lots of peer pressure. And these kids experiment too much too soon, They want to grow up so fast. It's like, enjoy your life. Don't be so quick to want to grow up, But they're always in a rush. I don't know why. Were we like that? I sometimes wonder, were we like that and we just don't remember? Well, there's always exceptions to the rules. I also do believe that there is some genetics involved. As far as, oh yeah, overprotective Latina. Oh, okay, Yvonne. Thank you for hanging out, babe. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm gonna be ending the live soon. I just want to finish this one corner, and then it's time to go night night because I have to get up. And he said, "Oh wait, I missed something you said. Hold on one second." Her dad told her he hates her and does not want anything to do with her anymore. Oh, to the little girl? Ooh, that's tough. What an asshole. Ugh, that's terrible to say to a child. 14 is still a child, And she may be like a bigger girl or look like she's, not like she looks like she's an adult, but 14 is still a child. Now she's going to have all these issues, daddy issues as they call them. You should tell your friend, get her in therapy now. Just to deal with this. I do believe in therapy. And I don't think that we're able to do that at home. Like, I do believe that going out and getting outside help is the way to go. You know? It certainly can't hurt. But it can help. Doing nothing can hurt, though. Oh, that's sweet. Having more than one option is great because she may not feel comfortable going to her mom, but maybe she'll feel comfortable going to you. So having another adult is awesome that you could be there for her. Yeah, we really got into some heavy conversation tonight, which is great. You know, sometimes we need this. You never know where the conversation is going to go. We all learn from each other. We've all experienced different things. A lot of us have children, can provide a little bit of guidance. Not that everything I did was perfect or right, believe me. Definitely not. But I can certainly speak to what I think worked and what didn't work. That's tough if she works overnight because there's just a lot of opportunity for that girl to get into trouble. Thought I heard somebody knocking on the door. That was weird. Well, good for you. We need more people to do that, to step up. You were really mouthy. Well, but now you grew up and you realized that's not right, right? What color should I do the shell? The little snail, there's a little snail. See her? Right there. It's not focusing. It is more like a jade. It's not like a really... I only had, for blue, I only had 2 options. That was it. So it's more of like, what is it called? it's called baby blue, but it's not a baby blue. It's much darker than a baby blue. It's definitely darker than a baby blue. I'm looking at the different colors. I don't know what color to do the snails. Thanks, Josh. Tosh. It's a little dark, but it is what it is. But I think we're going to stop. I just want to finish the snail. I'm going to do it all. No. Well, that's nice that you could do that. I had one of my best friends, make a long story short, we've been friends since I started dating my husband over 30 years ago. And again, making a long story short, my girlfriend at 52 passed from COVID, and her daughter was 19. And the last conversation I had with her before she was placed on a ventilator, and she said, please watch, her daughter. And so immediately after she passed, I was involved with the funeral and the arrangements and whatnot. And I was very involved in her daughter's life at 14. But, her daughter was lying and was just doing things that I know my girlfriend would not want her to do. And I would have conversations with her, and I would have her dad involved. I called her out on her bullshit. And I said, your mom wouldn't like you doing these things. And to be honest with you, I was there through her sweet 16. So for 2 years, I was there for her. And then after that, she basically stopped communicating with me in a sense. And I stepped back. I haven't really communicated at all. And I feel terrible about it. But I also can't put myself in a situation where I want to try and give her motherly advice and she doesn't want to take it. At 16 years old, if she doesn't want to take the advice, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't force her. So I did what I could for as long as I could. Yeah. So, but she's, 18, a freshman in college now, and her life is ahead of her. And hopefully I'll always, if she ever called me, I would always be there for her. I will never turn my back on her. But I'm really not initiating anything. Tosh, I thought about that, about the whole grief. And I don't know if she ever grieved properly. It was tough. And I felt like she actually was more like, my girlfriend was very emotional, very loving. And the daughter is more like the dad. Not that way at all. Not overly loving and overly like more standoffish kind of a thing. So she wasn't like her mom. So it was weird. The whole thing was like kind of, But hey, Rosie. Yeah, I know. My daughter, Leah, she has a friend who lost both her parents. She lost her dad when the girls, they played softball, and she lost her dad to sickness. I think they were 12 when he passed. And then lost her mom at like 18, 19 to a massive heart attack. So she lost both her parents. And she still comes to my house, to this day, and hangs out with us, sleeps over or whatever. I always have my door open, to kids, especially if they're going through a difficult time. To my girls, they're friends. My daughter had another friend who lost her dad, her junior year or sophomore year of high school, I forget. So my girls know they have friends who lost parents, and I think it makes them more thankful for what they have, because when it's that close, they see it. Otherwise, these kids have no idea. See, that's tough. I am another mother. Yeah, I do. And you know what? If you join my lives in the future, you might see all these kids, because you can ask everyone here. I've had lives where I've had 5, 6, well, I call them kids. My daughters are 21 and 23 now, so they're not kids anymore, but I have 4, 5, 6 kids sleeping over my house on the weekends. But you know what? They're in my house. My girls are home and they're safe and the kids are good. And they come and they say hello to everybody. When I'm during the lives, they say, I make them come over and say hi. They come and greet us the minute they walk in the door. So they're all respectful. So we're really fortunate. We're really fortunate. Tosh, at 8 years old, I don't know if they really understand the loss. It's not that they don't understand; they know, but I don't think they can grieve properly and go through the process of loss. You know what I'm saying? To come to terms with it, and it winds up causing, I think, long-term effects on that child. So I think it's like really important to kind of intervene at that point. Oh, 100%. I've many times. Yes, you have a long day tomorrow. Good luck with your surgery, Rosie. Let us know how you make out, okay? Good luck to you. I'm going to be going to bed too because I have to get up early. But we'll stop here. We'll continue this another day. It's a little dark for me. I think I just have to find a better set of markers. I think these markers, very limited on the colors, and they're a little dark. But I needed to know. I need to experiment to learn. And then there's a difference between the alcohol markers versus the acrylic markers. So I definitely have to experiment with all that. This one says it's illustration. I don't even know what kind this is. Oh, you've been Zen. Okay, the tangling. I like tangling. Yeah, I mean, I think in the end it'll be pretty with all the different colors. We'll see. We shall see. Thanks, Mayor. So listen, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It has been good to catch up with you, Tosh. And thank you so much. Yes, we'll say our prayer. We always say a prayer at the end of our lives. So, or good intention, whatever it is you like to do, we just all do it together because there's power in prayer and in numbers. So if we all put good positive energy out there, I think good things will happen. So Kimmy is a what now? A helper? I'm not sure what you wrote there. Oh, she's happier now. Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that you have a good ending to your story as well. Okay, everybody, let's focus. Let's say our prayers. Lord Jesus, here we are once again. We thank you for bringing everybody together. Thank you for a wonderful trip. And I hope that you bring me home safely tomorrow. We also ask that you bring Rosie through her surgery tomorrow, that you help any of those who are in need, whether it be physical or mental, in our little community, and that we are able to get together again tomorrow night for our usual crafting fun. We thank you for all the good in the world. We thank you for all the good in our lives, and that you continue to bless us with good things moving forward. And we also ask that you bring us all peace in whichever way you see fit. We ask this, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. She had her friends at night. Oh, yeah, her friends came over. Sometimes doing something simple like that, allowing them to have a sleepover, makes a world of difference, you know? Especially if she's an only child. Yeah, overnight, yeah. That tends to help, but you got to watch them. I had a couple of my daughter's friends, one brought alcohol into my house, and when I discovered she did that, she was no longer allowed into my house after that. So even though there's got to be rules. Like my rule was anybody that comes to my house doesn't bring anything to eat or drink. I have plenty of food and plenty of drink. You don't bring anything but clothes. That's all you're allowed to bring. So you still have to keep an eye on them no matter how good they are, because sometimes those friends, man, you just don't know. But we all learn. So, all right, my friends, I want to thank you again for hanging out with me for a little bit tonight. I know it was an uneventful live, but it was fun just hanging and talking to you guys. Exactly. Good night, Adam. Have a good day at work tomorrow night. Don't worry about popping in if you can't work, and then we'll see you on Sunday, okay? And for those of you that are new, I will be live tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be starting a new journal, I believe, tomorrow night. And then I'll be live again on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? No, not Saturday too. No, Saturday I have to go to my brother-in-law's. Remember, he got promoted. So I'm gonna run over to his house for a little bit. That's not your what? And I'm still gathering items for the next D-stash. I have to work on Saturdays to get my items together. I have a long list of things. I'm not sure. BRB. Well, if you want to join us again tomorrow night. Oh, that's not your rules. Understood. Well, it's okay to have your own rules, especially if you're the one hosting. Remember that. I always say it's my house, my rules. When you pay the mortgage, you can make the rules. I'm going to go put my jammies on. Close my window. You guys want to see my view? Come on. We'll go see what's going on out there. Oh my goodness. See that? Well, you probably can't see it that way. Let me see if I could flip. I am in San Diego. So let me see if I could flip the camera. That's what I see outside. Let me try. That's the water. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Exactly. All right, we're going to be time to close the curtains. It's the final countdown. Here's my room. I got to do my bed, pack everything. And here's my mess. Oh, I got t-shirts and look what I got for my collection. I always get a magnet from every state that I go to. So that's for my collection. This one's for me. This one is for Bella, and I think this one's for Leah. I got them t-shirts. Okay. So we are done. You guys have a good night. Sleep well, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I land at like 5. I'm supposed to land at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I should be home by like 6:30 or so. I should be able to go live on time. But if I'm a little bit late, it's because things got delayed. But I'll let you guys know, okay? The girls wanted a t-shirt, so I got them t-shirt. Oh my God, my hair's a mess from this weather here. So, all right, love you guys. Let me do my kiss kiss. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow night. Kiss kiss, big hug from me to you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and you guys have a great night. Aw, thanks, sweetheart. Love you guys too. Mwah. Have a great night, all right? Appreciate you guys. Bye.